So Emu just descended upon literally Elbaf onto the battlefield because Emu was so scared about what's going on Elbaf because of Harold that, Emu did not end up sending no God's knives for 14 years to Elbaf because Emu was scared. But now Emu was acting confident. Emu actually just descended upon Elbaf, and we get to see how powerful Emu, because literally as soon as Emu descended, we can see that Emu literally was able to cut through the fingers of Gerd, one of the giants, so easily and so quick that no one actually saw its move. After that, literally Emu has some powers that he can actually have from his hands by actually having some black flames that create some form of demons from somewhere. I'm saying that's like literally the flames of hell that create the demons that come from hell or something like that. But at the same time, Emo is actually able to use those as a bullet that will make an explosion or something. Because at the same time, when Zoro came on Emo and was trying to onigiri and all of that, Emo defended himself first with its tail because he's a demon. He's got the horns and he's got the tail in the back and all of that, and he's literally very tall at the same time. And he defended himself against Zoro with his tail, and that was plenty enough to go against Zoro. And after that, Emo turns, goes to its hand or whatever, does something weird with his hands, and you can see some flames, and poof, he sent one of those devil bombs that I will call on Zoro, and buff, And right after that, he also went against Hajrudin. Hajrudin was trying to go for Emo at the same time with an axe, But Emo, very strong, Emo literally came with his hands again. He formed some kind of Kamehameha or something like that, and he was able to have some flames that poof, sent a whole explosion on Hajrudin, and blah. And at the same time, the sword skills or how quick Emu is or reactive in a battlefield is very impressive. Because at the same time, when Hajrudin was trying to go at Emu before, Stusen was actually trying to stop Hajrudin from going against Emu, because Stusen apparently saw how strong and dangerous Emu was. But by saving Hajrudin, he got his leg cut. So you see how Emu's powers are literally so quick, fast, powerful, and precise, to the point where it's super deadly. Like, who can actually survive against Emu? I don't know. But we'll see throughout the next chapters how Emu will be fighting even Loki and Luffy and all of that. And at the same time, Emu is also able to go to its God's Knights and heal them very quick by using a power that's called Omen. And that Omen is like bestowing health and wealth or whatever upon his own God's Knights. And that's what Emu has been doing, and literally the God's Knights have been regenerated super quick, like no problems whatsoever. And he tells them, yeah, it's time to go, I don't have time, and they gotta hurry. So you also understand that Emu's powers have a timeline, and Emu cannot stay on Elbaf indefinitely. Like, he's gotta go back to Marijwa for some reason. Or what I've been thinking is maybe Emu is suffering from all the powers that it's got, and maybe Emu gotta transfer its own mentality into another body to actually survive, because maybe Emu is suffering from the sapphire scale disease. Maybe that's a possibility. But Emu at the same time is so strong that you can literally see, even by going to another destination, it can fly by using some kind of wings. And with the kind of wings that Emu has, with the skin tone that Emu has also, and the kind of hair that he's got, you'll go like, hold on. He literally looks like a Lunarian, and he's able to make flames out of his body. That also tells me maybe he might have some form of lineage from a Lunarian. That's a possibility right there. Because right after that, literally Emu was going against one other of the Straw Hats, and in here, he literally was going against Sanji. Sanji came with his kick to Imu, and Imu defended himself with a kick, but the one who got actually hurt from it is Sanji. And Sanji's literally leg was so badly hurt that he started bleeding from it. And from there, boof, he sent him flying with that kind of with the devil from earlier where it makes you explode and all of that. And right after that, that's the moment where we finally get Imu in front of Loki, and finally we will get in that fight even more powers, even more techniques, even more ways of fighting and all of that. And I'll be here to talk about it, guys. But from here, all we saw is that literally Imu is literally indestructible in a way. So we'll see more about how Imu's powers are going to be looking in the next chapters. And tune in for the next videos, guys. And don't forget to like your boy's video, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.